This point, let me say good morning and welcome to Judith Denton, who's the Marketing and Communications Manager. Welcome back to Scoreboard Extra. My name is Maurice Foster. I have with me my special spotlight feature guest this morning, Martin Fong Kong, Jamaica Bike, and of course Judith Denton, Marketing and Communications Manager for ATL. It's a reminder that the interview segment on Scoreboard Extra this morning is brought to you by Flow, Watch, Talk, Click. Judith, is this going to be an ongoing exercise with ATL and Jamaica by Bike? Going to be an annual event?
Absolutely. We hope to stay with the event. We hope to see it grow to where we'll be seeing hundreds or maybe even thousands of the local, regional, and international participants. So Jamaica by Bike can count on our continued support.
Mm-hmm. But the winner, I suspect, will get a little trophy or something to, or as you said, there's no winner, but I would suspect that the first bike to get to Negril, to the destination, would get some sort of a token showing that they got there first, or is this not a part of the whole thing?
No, that's not a part of the whole thing. As I said before, there are no winners, and it's really a group ride. So you'll find that a group of 50 riders will arrive at the same time. Mm-hmm. And it's also always found that the first rider into Negril is often forgotten.
Yeah.
Actually, the last rider in who is applauded and gets all the accolades.
Mm-hmm. What is
being first,
go ahead.
Being first is not special. Just completing the ride is special.
Mm-hmm. I know you're starting from ATL headquarters on Oxford Road. Where do you finish in Negril?
We finish at the Long Bay Beach Park, number 1. Mm-hmm.
The whole concept, and I think, Judith, you mentioned that this has been going on for a while, but has it been sponsored before?
It has been sponsored before. It has been going on for a while, and I think Martin can actually speak to the amount of years that the cyclists have been making that trip, Kingston to Montego Bay, and, of course, giving proceeds towards a worthwhile charity. And let me just turn that over to Martin in terms of duration.
Yeah, Martin?
Okay, the initial ride, they started in 1992 with just 3 cyclists. Over the years, the numbers have grown, and it really became a big sponsored ride about 5 years ago. At that time, Jamaica by Bike didn't exist, but it was held in collaboration with the Jamaica Cycling Federation and the Jamaica Cancer Society. Jamaica by Bike has existed for the last 3 years. So 2 years ago, we did the ride in collaboration with NCB Capital Markets. Last year, because of the weather, the ride was cancelled, and now this year we're with ATL.
What is the estimated length of time it will take the cyclists from Kingston to get to Negril? Approximately.
We expect to get to Negril at about 4 p.m. So we're actually on the road for about 12 hours. You're in the saddle of the bike for about 9 hours.
Yeah. A saddle sore, that's what they call it.
That's what they call it, yes.
But, Judith, I know this is the first time ATL getting on board. Are you excited by the whole prospect of getting up at 4 something in the morning and heading out to Negril at 4 o'clock in the afternoon?
Absolutely. What kind of question is that?
That's the best time to be sleeping.
We pride ourselves on going the extra mile, certainly from the ATL Automotive end. From everything I've understood about the cyclists, they're really passionate about the sport. And, you know, Foss, if you got on that bike and did the trip, you'd be hooked as well. At least this is what I'm told.
I would be dead.
Well, for us, there's a constant push to be the best. And we like to align ourselves with events that are progressive and dynamic and that mirror our own values and standards. And getting at 4 in the morning, that's a no-brainer. It's easy to do. We'll be out there. What we want to do, though, is appeal to motorists that day who will be on the road on that Saturday to be patient with the cyclists. Of course, it's going to be a little bit of a slower movement ahead. If the cyclists are ahead, just be patient so everybody stays safe. It's for a very good cause. And anybody could possibly need that portable defibrillator and come into the Sir John Golding Rehabilitation Center. So please do be patient with us and enjoy the ride.
I don't know if it's deliberate that Judith will not tell me what sort of money you want to raise.
Well, each portable defibrillator, and Martin can correct me if I'm wrong, costs $300,000, and certainly would hope to make that and exceed it, you know. So if we can do more, that would be terrific.
Mm-hmm. Do you expect along the way that you might very well get donations from people watching the riders coming along, making donations, or is that not a part of the project?
Foss, we need to get you on board, you know, like on a planning committee. That sounds like a great idea.
Anytime with you, no problem.
Yes, certainly there's room to grow in not just in cycling, because cycling would certainly grow as a progressive sport. Yeah. But yes, there's so many other ways, so many other avenues that we could take advantage of to be able to raise these funds.
Right, I think you could very well. There are a lot of gimmicks. Anyhow, I'm sure that next year you will look at that. Martin, is there a special cycles, bicycles that you use? I know you have your racing bikes. Now, this kind of distance, would it be a different type of bike that will be used?
No, almost 100% of the cyclists will be riding what you call a racing bike.
Right.
Mountain bikes are usable, but they are not as aerodynamic, and it's actually harder to do the course on a mountain bike than a road cycle.
Yeah, but you mentioned aerodynamic, and speed is not really a factor here. So I just wondered if you're looking at comfort, as you said, 4 hours. How much is it? Sitting down.
9 hours.
Yeah.
9 hours on the bike.
9 hours on a bike.
9 hours on the bike.
I mean, that's what it
Yes, but you're not looking for speed, but you're looking for as much help as you can from the elements.
Yeah. And you talk about it. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, mountain bikes are generally heavier than road bikes.
Mm-hmm.
You have to take that into consideration when you're going over Mount Diablo.
Mm-hmm.
And you're not in an as aerodynamic position as on a road bike. So the ride is actually more difficult on a mountain bike.
I would suspect along the way that the cyclists are going to be stopping. You have different places, obviously, where they're going to stop and get water, refresh themselves, and then continue on the journey, or is it non-stop all the way Kingston to Negril?
No, there are 6 rest stops. The first one in Yorkton,
mm-hmm.
and then Monique, Draxhall, Duncan, Montego Bay for lunch, Lucy, and then into Negril. So it's broken down into segments. It makes it a lot more doable.
I make you a promise. If Judith can ride the distance, I will ride the distance. Like I suspect.
I don't know what you're trying to say there,
I suspect she'll be in one of the Amarocks going down with the guys.
Absolutely. Well, that's where you want me, because I know that KLAS is going to be following this race.
Yes, we will.
And we'll be giving you.
Yeah. Give you updates and stuff on what's happening, and you will hear the lovely voice of Judith along the way describing everything as usual. But any of the staff members at ATL will be participating, Judith?
Well, absolutely. We actually have staff members who are avid cyclists and who have ridden in the races and in Jamaica by bike before, so they'll certainly be turning out for it. So we'll be represented on all fronts.
Mm-hmm. Will you ever think about maybe having competitive races being sponsored by ATL as well?
Certainly, wherever we see that where the alignment is good for us and good for the event or good for anybody who will benefit from the event, certainly we will be there. And we've had a tremendously wonderful experience already in the planning stages with Jamaica by Bike, and we'd love to continue that.
Martin, tell me a little bit more about Jamaica by Bike. What is the function really of Jamaica by Bike?
Well, actually, the Jamaica by Bike came about just really to put on this Negril ride. We have spoken about doing other events during the year, which haven't come to pass as yet. But it's just a small group of guys trying to raise some money for charities at the moment.
And it's a group that's been sanctioned by the Jamaica Cycling Federation.
Yes,
right?
yes.